All right, bro. So this morning, right? I'm pulling up to church. I bring me a water bottle.
Yeah.
Because your boy be thirsty, right?
Right.
And sometimes
Y'all don't have water at church?
we have like small bottles of water, but
We have
I like
wine.
Jesus there.
we have small bottles, but I like to have my own personal bottle.
Okay.
So I bring my bottle of water into church. I'm there early, right? And then I had to set it down because this is Sunday. I'm helping set up. I'm serving this Sunday, so I'm setting up some other things at church. I set my water bottle down and go set up some stuff for church.
Handle your business.
Handle my business. And then we have what we call it's a big meeting before church starts.
Like a
right?
pep rally?
It's like a pep rally. It's what we call like a Liberator Live. It's like where we just get ready for the day. We
Get ready for
the service,
God.
right?
Get
So
ready for
everybody-
Jesus Christ.
So everybody is congregating now, for the rally, right?
Right.
And so I had set my water on the floor next to where I'm gonna be serving at.
Right.
But on the rally, I'm away from my water. I'm on the other side.
Can you see it?
I can see it.
Okay,
I'm
it's
on the other
inside.
side, right? So we having this rally, and and somebody's talking and giving us a speech, and kind of like getting us rallied up. And I see somebody knock over my water on the floor,
The disrespect.
pick it up, and then do like a little look left, look right, and start to twist open the top. And I said, I know you're not about to just drink my water like it just magically appeared.
Wait. He looked to the left.
Look to the left and to the right, like, and then tapped somebody. Was like, "Hey, is this your water?" The person was like, "Nah." I'm watching from a distance. I'm like, "Is this fool really about to drink
I
mine?"
want to see what he gonna do.
What happened?
So I'm watching.
Like, we don't know what happened.
He taps the person to the right. He's like, "Hey, is this your water?" The person's like, "Nah."
Nah, that ain't mine.
And he's like, shrugs and like, "Oh, this is my water," and then proceeds to take the water.
Opens it.
Did you check his ass?
Not at church.
Nah, bro, I was gracious. I allowed the water to go. But it's just mind blowing to me to think that you did not put this water here.
And you just
And
picked
you
it
just
up
picked
and
it
drank
up
it.
and drank it.
I would be. So I'm a little nervous about doing that, even because, COVID, monkeypox.
It was closed though. I had
Polio.
Explain that to your girl. That's how you caught monkeypox.
She like, yeah, right.
Start the vibe. A water bottle, huh?
What up, though? Welcome back to another episode of the Soundboard Podcast.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy JJ, and I am here with my co-host.
The main host, Dante. You see, they tried to play us, right?
They try to play you?
He tried to play us.
How I
He
tried to
said,
play you?
Co-host?
Ain't nobody else ever said co-host on this show.
What are you? A co-host? If we all hosting together?
All right.
So
Yeah, Dante trying to be the soundboard.
because he held it down last episode. Now he's
I'm
not.
sorry.
Yeah. He
sorry.
feeling himself. That's what happens when ego gets involved.
I'm sorry, Dante here, co-host.
And this is Coop, also co-host.
And we're missing big KJB. He is out of town this week, our producer, but he is here in spirit. JJ, for people if they just tuned in for the first time, what is the Soundboard?
The Soundboard is just a podcast where we come together as black men and we just discuss life. And we talk about life in our 30s,
Yeah.
how it's going. We bounce ideas off of each other. That's why we call each other the Soundboard. We ask the question, am I tripping? We bring each other advice. We speak perspective, insight, and life into one another. And we also invite you into the conversation so that we can be your soundboard. You can be our soundboard as well.
What a great summation.
That was a great summation. I won't let him do the prayer at Thanksgiving though. that boy just summed up the whole 2 seasons. Thank you, JJ, for that dissertation.
Man. Yeah, man. Anytime. But Dante, what's been up with you, my brother?
Man, bro, I am just in this season of tiredness, bro. I'm tired, and I'm tired of y'all, and I'm tired of celebrating.
How many seasons is in your calendar?
Great question.
Bro, so I don't know, man. So this week we got to celebrate our boy Daniel. He turned a big 3-0.
Hey, hold on.
30 Club.
He hit the big 30 club, and so he threw himself a little function, threw a little party, rented out a venue. He had some dancing, had some drinks. It was good to see a lot of familiar faces that I hadn't seen in like a long time. And what we realized at the party was that Coop don't remember people's names.
Or sometimes their faces either. You know, you're out and you see somebody looking at you like they know you.
Yeah.
And you have no idea. I don't know what's going on, bro.
That fool Coop was like,
should I know them?
and Coop kept coming to me
He
talking
said, hey,
about,
bro, who is that?
hey bro, should I know them? Should I know her? And I'm like, yes, Coop, we knew these people, bro. He's like, yeah, bro, I don't think I know them. I was like, you do know these people.
Y'all spent more time on campus than I did.
Then that's when we came to the realization that Coop, I said, Coop,
They didn't come to my parties.
I said, Coop, you didn't spend no time on campus. You wasn't there for the school.
Yeah. And I'm usually pretty good about like faces. It's just names.
Y'all just gotta know, bro. You just gotta hit them with the queen and king. It's my go-to.
I told the guy, good to meet you, and he just looked at me. He just stared. All right,
we met several times.
I'm not
Coop
saying that
also
anymore.
acted like he knew people that he didn't know.
He really did, bro.
Hey, girl, how you doing? I ain't seen you.
She was like, okay, bro. Coop was all over the place, but we got to celebrate our boy Daniel, man. It was a great time, bro. And Coop actually got to experience Olivia and I in a different light on the way to the
So I heard.
on the way to the party. So we go scoop up Coop because you know Coop is about 5 minutes away from us, and so we like, Coop, you want a Coke? You want to roll? Coop like, yeah, bro, I roll. So I'm like, all right, bro, I'll come scoop you. Me and Olivia come scoop you. So Coop, he hits us on the way because Coop a party animal, so he hits us on the way like, y'all try to party, I can bring drinks. What? Open containers in the car?
Don't act brand new.
Bro,
Allegedly.
So he brings some drinks out, and I'm driving, so I'm sober.
You driving with open container?
No, I wasn't drinking, but you know my passengers and them were
Allegedly.
allegedly. And so we get to the venue. It's a little small venue, not too many places to park, and so I see a park right in the front. So my baby is like, "Hey, park right there." It's a park right there. I pull into the parking spot and I'm like, wow, this is tight.
It's a little snug.
I'm like, this is really snug. Can y'all even get out? I'm like, yo, I don't want to park right here.
Don't mess up the Central, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to park right here because people gonna hit my car.
Yeah.
So Olivia's like, I'm like, yo, I'm about to move. And I was like, why would you move? The park is right here.
Attitude.
So now I'm like, dang, my boy in the back.
You disrespect me in front of my friends?
My boy in the back. Like, how do I handle said situation?
Yeah.
So I make the executive decision. I said, hey, we're moving the car. I go and move the car across the street. I'm like, this is where the car is going to reside. Olivia's like, we should have just stayed where we were. To which Coop in the back seat go say,
Not y'all fighting in front of me.
Nobody laughs.
And I said, okay, no more commentary.
Nobody laughs, bro. This is not the time for that. Christopher.
I tried to cut the tension.
He tried to cut the tension.
I think I elevated it,
Bro, so it's always weird, like when you see when you see other couples like get into it, because you be like, oh, like I just want to disappear, but I can't.
I tried to step into it and lead into it. Didn't work out, bro. Now I'll be seeing how y'all feel when me and Key be talking.
I was gonna say, Coop trying to get back at us because we always be.
So this is the thing.
We always be witnesses.
This is the thing for all my ladies listening. The worst thing you can do the most unproductive thing you can do is try to call your man out about something in front of his friends, because then it could just be ego,
or her friends too,
because it could just be ego. But now I gotta do the opposite of what you tell me to do, because now I have to go through the battle of, if I do it, the homie's gonna be like,
oh, she got him.
Oh, she.
See you.
Hey Dante. Hey Dante, can you ask your wife for your balls back? You got to go through that side, or the other side is the homie's like, all right, like, okay, Dante handled that situation,
but they ain't gonna go down like that.
No, because who you got to go home
and then you got to go through the battle of, now I'm gonna be arguing with my woman at the crib, like afterwards. So I just decided that I was like, I'm going to have to not do what she wants us to do. Partly because it also didn't make sense to me.
Right.
Now that my baby isn't here, you can agree. Who do you agree with? Me or Olivia?
I agree with you. It's your car.
Thank you.
Also, you were driving.
Thank you. That's what I said. I said, hey, babe, this is my car. I don't want my car to be scratched up. Technically, what's yours is mine. What's mine is yours. You shouldn't want our car to be scratched up.
You're leaving out a pivotal point.
What happened?
You offered to drop her off.
Oh, I did. Because I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
I said, hey, babe, because we're parking across the street, I know you got heels on. Why don't you just get out the car? We're right in front of the venue. You can get out and just walk in. You can just get out and walk in, because I don't want you to have to walk with heels on. Which her response was, no.
And I said, and I tried to step in again. I said, Liv, if you're worried about your safety, I will get out the car with you.
Coop is an instant greater.
He is. To which she said no. So I park across the street, and now she trucking across the street in these hills. And I'm like, but I didn't want to park right there.
Mind you, it was still like a first place park on the other side of the street. So it was like literally.
It literally was across the street.
10-second walk.
But you know what I did after that?
What's that?
Move the car back.
He did.
I moved the car back for when it was time for us to go.
But also the other car had moved, so
it did. So another spot had opened back up, and I ended up moving the car.
But now
back.
that's just the fellas. You were right, Dante.
Thank you.
You know, man,
I was right.
She was tripping.
I think as fellas, we need to start speaking up in these situations.
Which I tried.
Nah, you was instigating.
No, you was instigating. You should have said. You should. Is it wrong when your homies be like, "Hey, Liv, no offense, I agree with what Dante
Bro,
said."
I ain't gonna do that.
Stepping into that.
Why?
That's between y'all.
You gotta have Livy hating me.
Yeah.
No, she's not gonna hate you because what you doing is you're making you're making it okay by not speaking realism into the situation.
That don't even matter. It ain't even about the parking spot. I'm not stepping into nothing.
You know what? Next time Key try to charge you up, I'm gonna say, Key, you will watch your mouth when you
Nah, because you always be on Key's side. Now that I think about it,
cool, that's Libby, you right, that I'll be making no sense.
Nah, Libby, you right, Libby. You right. Every time.
So that's my update. Coop saw me and my wife's first fight.
I enjoyed it. It was cute. It was real cute. If y'all call that little thing the little tiff.
It's a little
fight.
tiff.
Yeah.
Little tiff.
So my update's the same. Went to Daniel's party, had a great time.
Yeah.
But since I don't have like a real update, I have a situation that I saw online that I want to get y'all's. I want y'all to react.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So a 99-year-old Italian man divorces his 96-year-old wife after finding her secret love letters.
Not love letters.
From the 1940s.
Boy.
So 60, it was 60. This
60,
article was like 2011, I think. So 60-year-old, she had an affair 60 years prior.
So she was 30 years old when she had the affair.
You're good at math, I guess so.
if they're 97 now.
She was 36.
She was 36 when she had the affair. Okay.
So is he tripping?
Because he found the love letters?
Because he's getting a divorce.
First of all.
Boy. First of all, don't be divorcing nothing at 90 years old.
Right.
You need to hold on to everything you got.
You got to spend the rest of your life by yourself. Because you didn't want
years.
But maybe it's about, sometimes you got to do stuff because it's the principle. You thought you was going to cheat on me. But I guess the thing is, the biggest thing for most men is I can't have you after somebody else has had you.
He
But
had
done
her for years.
He been having her.
Yeah.
But sir, that remnant from that other man wasted away
knew it was
60
different.
years ago.
I knew it was different.
I knew it 60 years ago. And I thought I was tripping this whole time.
I'm gonna go to the doctor. Is something changed with me? Is it me? Is it me?
Hey.
It's been you the whole time.
Hey, nah, dog. I think so. You know what? I can't fault homie if he feels like he felt betrayed and he can't restore that trust with wifey after she cheated. King said, I could do bad by myself. These next 3 years I'm about to live, about to be golden. Play Jill Scott.
Let me tell you why he played himself.
Why?
He's 99, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's 96. The dude that he cheated with, dead.
The dude she cheated with.
I know you're not letting some dead dick break up your marriage.
Christopher! What is wrong with you?
Not the dirty dick making it diverse in the dirt. What you cool. Put him in the dirt.
Hey.
Cool. It's the principle. Somebody else had that man's wife, and he can't fathom the thought. I just wish I could.
Still alive.
But I'm saying, you don't think that after that 60 years that they've had together should trump the fact that there was a secret love letter 60 years prior?
First of all,
she held on to it though.
Yeah, she held on to it. That's intent
that's a
to
good point.
cheat again.
With him, that's a whole different.
She 96 years old. She ain't.
You don't know that. You also don't know how long they might still have kept in touch, still writing letters. She kept that love letter, bro, from dude.
You have to speak down to a seance.
Hey, bro, I can't. Hey, King. If it's an ego thing, King said he's done. So JJ, you would have just said whatever by now.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you might as well just write that one off, bro. Like, it happened 60 years ago. At 99 years old, I'm not divorcing my wife after 60 years.
But you definitely gonna hide her stuff around the house and make her think she has Alzheimer's.
That's sadistic. Which, this may be a random fact, but did y'all know 22% of people who cheat never tell their spouse?
No, I don't know that.
How do you know that?
I don't think I would have. That's not something I would have known.
How do you know that?
Because, bro, I was.
How do you know that?
Okay, y'all know I Google everything, bro. So there's been this hot debate about the song, the song from Division, If I Get Caught Cheating or whatever it is called, the song. And basically it just goes, if I get caught cheating, that don't mean I don't love you. So it's become this whole topic of discussion because a lot of women are like, that's untrue. If you get caught cheating, you didn't love me. You didn't really, really love me. And so I wanted to know because of the song, I was like, I want to know how many people legit out here are for lack of better words, cheating. And to my surprise, it's a lot.
It's 22. You said 22%.
That's the one that
It was
don't say
22%
nothing.
that don't say anything. It's 22% who don't say anything to their spouse.
Well, stats, man, what percent is cheating overall?
So cheating overall accounts for. Okay, now this was a small survey. All right, so you got to keep in mind that this is a small survey. But they said a 2021 survey by Health Testing Centers polled 441 people and reported a little over 46% of respondents in a monogamous relationship said they had affairs.
Do they have a?
And then it said nearly 24% of marriages affected by infidelity reported staying together.
Is there like an age range on that sample size?
Yes. So actually, they said cheating in 18 to 40-year-olds is 11%. Cheating in 41 to 54-year-olds is 16%, and cheating in 55 to 64-year-olds is 18%.
What about 99 to 96? 96 to 99.
It kind of cuts off at 64. I guess you just give up.
He tripping.
But yeah, so they say that was the rate, bro. They said that out of that small group survey, 46% of the people said that they had affairs, whether emotionally or sexual.
So back to the song, though.
If I get caught cheating, that don't mean that I don't love you.
Do y'all agree with that?
That's kind of hard, bro, because I do believe that you can love somebody and still cheat.
Okay.
So I guess I would say I agree with the song.
They don't.
No.
That doesn't mean that they.
It
don't
doesn't
love
mean
you.
that I don't love you.
I can agree with the statement.
Right.
I don't agree with the song.
Okay.
So I agree with the statement from the standpoint that you can still love somebody and cheat, right?
Right.
Like that may be a single incident that happens.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily mean you don't love somebody. The song to me is promoting
cheating.
It's condoning cheating from the standpoint of like I don't necessarily have to be faithful to love you. Right? I think that
Oh, so you're saying the song is like a way out.
it's kind of like an excuse. Like you already know who I am because I have all these attributes and skills. So this is why I cheated. So
Right.
it's basically giving you an out before you even cheated to say like, all right, I just don't have to be faithful because it's just who I am.
Right.
It don't mean that I don't love you. I think cheating, if that happens unintentionally, I guess subconsciously or whatever, like right, like that wasn't necessarily your intention from the beginning. It happened. You're remorseful, right? You can still love the person, but if you are intentionally like, I'm going to cheat, but I'm going to cheat because I'm this type of person, I think that's a whole different. That's what I don't agree with.
Okay, so I can see why you got that. You came to that conclusion because in the song he says, "I was fly when you got here,
Right.
Charismatic when you got here. You knew about me when you got
It's
here.
premeditated.
Now you tripping, girl. It's not fair."
It's not fair. Not him becoming the victim.
Now you tripping. It's not fair. Cool. So yeah, I agree with that, JJ.
Coop, how you feel about it?
I feel like the statement is true. Just because you cheat doesn't mean that you don't love them. But I would say you're probably not in a place where you need to be in a relationship either.
But what if you married? You can't just break up.
Oh, really? What was the percentage that ended in divorce in your survey?
But that was after the infidelity.
Right.
No, but I'm saying you said that if you're in a relationship, you don't need to be in a relationship. But
You can love somebody and still not be ready for a relationship.
That's true.
Timing's everything. How many people, I don't know if you call it love in college, but that's a big thing with college. It's like, oh man, I'm really into this girl, but right now I'm not in a place in life
love her fully.
where I should be locked down in a relationship.
Right.
I still got other things I want to do first. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean you don't love them. Just means that you're not ready to be in a committed relationship.
So so
Ooh,
that's
I think
good.
That brings up a different, like a whole nother layer to it though. Like, because then how would you define love, right? Because if you're saying like in college you love or you love this individual, can you truly say you love somebody and you're not faithful to that person?
That's so. I'm not gonna lie.
I think ultimately that's the question, right?
I mean,
Right,
for a long time, that's kind of how I felt from a perspective of if
Give
you
us the
cheat-
perspective.
charismatic when you got here. I used to believe that you don't really love somebody if you cheat on them. I think as I've grown older, I've realized that you can love somebody and still not treat that person right. You can have love for somebody and still, put yourself first, because relationships take work. And so even when we were like going through premarital and all that, people were telling us about like their stories of infidelity and how they got past it. And all of them said something similar to the idea of love ain't it. Like love is the base level. Like you need all these other things.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like trust, and like you have to wake up and choose that person every single day. It's an action. Like you can love somebody and still not treat them right. So now I do believe that you can love somebody and cheat, but I also would just question like the why behind
Right.
the why behind the cheating.
Which brings me to like I watched an interview with that comedian like Gary Owens.
Yeah, Gary Owen.
And he said
Why black people add an S to that man's name?
Gary Owens?
That was Gary Owen. He always says that, too.
And he always says that. That's one of his
I
stand-up
didn't know that. I
things.
thought it was Gary Owens.
He's like, why y'all be putting the S at the end of my name? It's Gary Owen.
Is it
Black people
Wendy's?
Yes,
Or is it Wendy?
It's Wendy's.
Sonic, but
It's-
not Sonic's.
It's not Kroger's. It's Kroger.
It ain't Kroger's.
Black people
It's
that
not
answer everything.
Kroger's. You
I don't think so.
lying.
It's Kroger, bro.
And I be at Kroger's all the time. It's not Kroger's.
You know why? We want to put ownership. Somebody got to own the business. So got to have that apostrophe S.
It's Kroger.
Yeah.
But it's Kroger's store. Mr. Kroger owns the store. It's Kroger's.
It's Kroger. Okay.
Black people been doing that.
Okay, I'm sorry. So Gary Owen,
Oh, Gary Owens. So everybody know. Well, if you don't know, he's going through a divorce now.
and he was publicly, him and his wife had a TV show.
Man.
I just love my black wife, my black queen. Gary, give it a rest already.
And so when they announced they're getting divorced, everybody assumed it's because he was cheating. And his response to that is, no good marriage has ever ended because of cheating.
Wait. Run that back.
So everybody was assuming that he was cheating, but his response to that is, no good marriage has ever ended because of cheating.
He's saying that a good marriage can get past
That.
infidelity.
Or he's saying, usually when somebody cheats,
It's good.
it's
When the marriage
somebody
is good, they ain't nobody cheating.
usually, and if they do, he's saying if you have a solid foundation, you can get past it.
I don't know if I agree with that.
You don't agree with that?
I don't think so, bro. I think that there are good marriages that end because of infidelity. I think
so
that
too.
there's people in those good marriages that just cannot get over the fact that their significant other has been unfaithful.
Right.
I think that's a make or break for people.
Let me just
I do think that there are a lot of relationships that get past it, but I think that is across the board. I feel like that is the one action in a relationship that majority of people are non-negotiable about. Like, if there's infidelity, I'm past this.
So I think that's where I struggle in terms of like faith. So from a faith perspective, it's when you get married and you stand before God and say, I want to make this person my wife, or for the ladies, I want to make this person my husband. We've been told so many times, like, you cannot get a divorce.
Right.
And so I've met people who have gotten divorced, and it really messes with them because they're like,
You took a vow.
I took a vow that we wouldn't get divorced, but I couldn't get past this. And so it's almost like, man, I don't know. I think that's a tough pill to swallow, and
Very.
it's a lot.
It brings up a lot of different questions, which I don't think we're prepared to answer right now. The pod.
Right, because then you have to go into, like, why do people cheat?
Right.
What is it? It's because I really believe that sometimes you can get caught slipping. I think one of the biggest things is to not put yourself in. You have to be super intentional about not putting yourself in harm's way. But I can see how somebody could put themselves in harm's way, get caught up one time, be regretful, and maybe move past it. Then your significant other just has to work through, like, past that.
Right.
When it comes to, like, consistent cheating, I think that there's definitely a deeper issue there that needs to be addressed. Right.
So
Yeah.
it probably wasn't a solid. The marriage probably wasn't necessarily built on the most solid foundation from the jump. If the person is habitual cheater from the
Right. So then you have to ask a question, like, because we were talking about this. Y'all gonna quit lying on God.
Our Uber driver was feeling
Right. Y'all gonna quit lying on my God. Cause y'all be standing there talking about, God told me this my husband. God told me this my wife. God, I don't know if God told y'all that. Cause y'all don't be consulting him when it's time to get no divorce.
Dante, why you trying to be discreet?
What?
Who were we talking about?
Oh, we were talking about
So you want to talk about?
He messy.
He instigated.
Coop messy. So we were having a conversation about Devon Franklin and Megan Good,
Which we talked about before.
which we talked about on the show before. But we were talking about how both of them went on this whole media thing about Megan Good had just got out of an unhealthy relationship. She started working on herself. She started praying and all that. She talked about God told her that Devon
God
Franklin.
did?
She said,
No, you have to say that like a question. God did?
did? She said that God told her that Devon Franklin was her husband. Devon Franklin said that God told him that Megan Good was his wife. Now, did y'all consult that same God when
When it
y'all
was
was
time.
ready to dust y'all hands off with each other? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you don't know if it ain't God saying it, just be like, I like this person. I want to try it out.
People try to put God's stamp on it to make it look stronger.
You know that's you. That's really you.
Weak, just weak, brittle, just
Brittle.
be out here brittle.
Brittle bones.
So I think you also, I think a lot of times people get into marriage just one for the wrong reason. They got married because they felt like it was time to get married, or like, oh, let me just go and settle down with this person. They all right, I feel like I can live
Or-
with them. And that may not even necessarily be built on a strong foundation.
Don't forget this reason. Devon Franklin is a pastor.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants some draws. Because you know they were
He was abstaining.
abstaining.
And they did abstain while they was. Oh, I definitely believe people will rush
Boy.
down the altar to get in some guns.
Oh yeah, I
Boy.
think that's like the number one reason why people get married is sex.
That's why you.
So-
that's why you think.
That's what I've heard.
So I will say, and I think this is bad. I think this is really, really bad doctrine. But for a lot of people will say that in the church. Like, if you can't, I've literally heard people say, if you can't control your appetite,
Yeah.
then you need to just get in a relationship and get married.
Well, so the
Because then
Bible,
you'll be free to roam, sow your wild oats
With one.
with your wife or with your husband.
Well, if we got an appetite for variety,
that's already
get her
opposite.
some wigs.
Right.
That's
Buy your wife
already,
some
so that's
wigs.
already opposite of the Bible.
Right.
But the Bible says it's better to marry than to burn, meaning that if you are
Usher.
Hold on.
Usher.
no, burn as far as like sexual desires, right?
Okay.
So that means like if you are, if you do have the desire, you have the desire to be married, the desire to have sex, and you're dating somebody, you're with somebody, it's better to get married than to just be single. Basically, is what it's saying.
Okay.
Not saying to be out here testing the waters and have
Testing the
variety
water.
before, because you shouldn't do that from a biblical standpoint beforehand anyway. So that's all that is.
But yeah, but I think for a lot of people, you tell people that, you tell men that, and they end up getting married, and then they appetite, to Coop's point, still is not quenched, and then they
Still
start
thirsty.
thinking, and they still thirsty. But that's because one, you probably got married prematurely. Your emotionally, you weren't in the right space to be able to handle a marriage and handle being faithful to one person. But you've been told that the way out is through that.
That's one principle. You can't just take one principle and then that be it and get married off that one principle. You got to apply more principles than that in the Bible.
JJ, don't nobody want to talk about that.
I'm saying though, if you talking
We talking
about
about the vision. Only y'all can take this and make this deep as it is. We talk about it. If I get caught cheating, I'm sorry,
I
JJ.
think man because
Please.
he wrote the lyrics.
That
I did not
was,
write the lyrics. No. I did not. I do not believe. Don't put that on me. No, but I heard that it's become such a hot topic, and they've been making rounds on podcasts. They was on this podcast in particular with these women, and they was on their heads.
On
boy.
Division's head?
Yeah, they was on Division's head. Both of them. They both was on.
do
there.
they stand by their lyrics, or they?
Yes,
Like, it's just
they
a song.
yes, they stand by their lyrics, and they were standing 10 toes on the lyrics too. Like
That sounds like something a cheater would agree with.
all the cheaters listen to the song.
right,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
You right, bro.
I was charismatic before you got here. So yeah, I mean, I think ultimately you can love somebody, but I would challenge the person and say, one, what are you not communicating with your significant other about?
Yeah.
Like, are you communicating that you're unhappy in the marriage or unhappy in the relationship? Two, I also would look at what the hell are you doing? Because a lot of times people want to be like, oh, they not doing this, they not doing that, but like, what are you doing, bruh?
Right.
Like, I saw this podcast. This guy had did an interview. Everybody want to be Kevin Samuels. Everybody want to be Kevin Samuels. You know which one I'm about to talk about, right?
Yeah.
So the guy basically was talking about how women need to like come home and just do traditionally women's things. Cook, laundry, all this, all that.
Right.
So this other dude on the other cat that he had on the podcast was like, cause they tired.
He said, why don't they do that anymore?
He said, why don't they do all that anymore? He said, cause they tired.
He's like, what do you mean?
He was confused. He was confused. He was like, what do you mean? He was like, they're tired, bro. They're tired. They have to work 9 to 5 and then get the kids and then do all this. And the dude literally was like, what do you mean, bro? Like,
We're posting this. We're going to post it on the slide.
why are they tired? Because, and I think a lot of that is, I mean, in traditionally, but this the thing, bro. Traditionally, you had women who was at the crib handling all those responsibilities, and Negroes still cheated. So at this point, fellas, what women?
This is facts. This is
Had
facts.
whole families across on the other side of town.
This is
so
facts.
so what? You want them at home to do stuff, you still cheat. Then you want them to work, and then still want them to come home and do. Bro, I'm sorry, dog.
You giving up too much sauce, Dante. This is a
sorry.
men's rights active.
I'm sorry. We
Y'all
agree with
also-
David. We stand behind
Well,
David.
y'all also just assuming that it's only men that's cheating.
Oh, that's true. Women be cheating. Let me find
And
some
that's-
stats on that.
That's my problem. Hold on, bro. I got to talk to y'all after this. Go and give me the stats, Dante.
Let me find some. Oh, dang. Oh, dang.
Pressure.
Dang. Here we go.
What's up?
Men say they cheat 23% of the time. Women who say they cheat 12% of the time.
No, that's wrong. And I can prove it. So we just got back from. We went to Chattanooga. And we've been hanging out a lot, bro. And we witnessed some situations.
Oh, it was so much going on out there. Take me back to chat.
So we're at the bar, right? And we see
The little cigar with the 10 cigars.
we see a woman walk in with a man.
Yeah.
Right?
Walking, and it wasn't. You could tell it wasn't like on some friendship type level.
Yeah, it
like
was
it
a
ain't just a
very-
homeboy and a homegirl walking in together.
Very flirtatious.
Right.
It was something going on.
It was
there.
giving we're together.
Yeah.
but-
Yes. So they flirting or whatever. So the man steps outside,
Right.
and at that point, Shorty
Not shorty.
steps to another guy.
Right.
And he talking to her.
They by the bar.
They're very
Must
close.
be charismatic.
Right. Charismatic for your guy here.
So the man walks back into the bar from outside the bar and sees Shorty talking to this new guy, right?
Right.
So I see it on his face, like
He's a little aggravated.
I don't know if he's aggravated or he doesn't know how to react.
Right.
He don't know how to react. And these are all assumptions because we don't know.
You just watch it from a distance.
I just love people watching.
Me too, bro. That's my thing. So my guy's like, okay, goes to the restroom, right? Kind of give it some more time. Maybe they'll stop
Maybe
talking.
she'll come to her senses.
My guy comes out the restroom. They grind on each other.
Boy. That's when I had enough.
How do you react to that as a man?
So this is the thing.
I mean, we're all married now, but in a dating, is that what the streets are like now,
Bro,
Is that the thing?
So I really think that that's what the streets are like. I actually was talking to Daniel about this when it happened in the chat, and he said he was like, "Bro, that's just kind of how it is out here in the streets now. Like people kind of have the mindset of when we together, we together. When we not together, we not together." But I'm like, y'all walked in together,
Bruh.
So at this point, I feel like there's some type of level of disrespect.
Right? Don't disrespect me, dog.
Disrespect behind my back.
Bro, this really affected me.
I was gonna say Coop was feeling some type of way.
Coop
couldn't
was hitting
believe it.
everybody on the
What?
shoulder
So-
to figure out, like, make us see it too.
So Coop, I wasn't really surprised by this.
You were unfazed.
I was really kind of unfazed. I was watching it unfold, and I was just like, "Oh wow!" Right? But I wasn't really just taken aback
Right.
like you were. Why were you so taken aback? Like, why did this affect you so much?
Bro, I've said this on the pod before, and I just said it again. I always assume that women are more relationship focused.
Uh-huh.
So like if they're with somebody, they with them type, like they ride for you type thing. I'm not used to
City girls?
city girls, I guess. That's the thing. Because like I said, I've been with Keith since I was 19. So I never was really in the streets. You know what I mean? Like I was on the playground.
Did you see Coop with like a set in the sandbox with the sand?
I ran to the fence and looked at the street.
Oh, that looks fun.
And then Keith said, get back in the sandbox. So when I see stuff like that, I'm like, wow, bro, I can't even give dating advice. Like when people are like, well,
It's a different world.
It's bro, don't ask
whole
me
new
nothing.
world.
Don't ask me nothing. I don't understand that.
But I mean, some would say that, you know, Shorty's in her well rights. If she's a single woman, that she could be able to see what else is out there. If they have had that discussion that we together, but we not together, that I can go out here and see what else I want. Like she's dating.
And that's the hard part because right now we're making assumptions because we don't necessarily know what the status of their relationship is. But from optics lens, like it looks like they came in together.
Right.
And then this unfolded like that. So how do you respond? Because of now, it looks like Mr. Steal Your Girl is in full effect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like you just
Stay the hell away from my wife. But that's what I'm saying. So, okay, do you check the guy? Do you check the girl? Or do you just walk out?
So this is the thing, Coop. We went through a couple of scenarios, right? You can't really check the guy
Because he don't know you.
because he don't know you. And technically he don't owe you anything. Like he don't owe you nothing.
Not even just respect.
And maybe he didn't even see you come in with Shorty.
No, he definitely saw.
Okay, well.
I think that it is more
Okay, well.
it's more the woman though in this scenario.
Who needs to have the ownership?
Yeah, because for me, like, I mean, 9 times out of 10 dudes gonna shoot regardless.
Right. It's
The
up to you not
woman-
to accept.
The woman in this scenario is entertaining this guy's shenanigans. So it's like you're entertaining, and now you are putting me in a position that I feel disrespected. I
Right.
feel played.
Right.
And I might have to
I
hem
feel
a nigga
embarrassed.
up.
Right.
Right.
But it's not necessarily that dude
It's fault.
fault. It's more so the woman. So depending on whatever their status of their relationship is, if they are coming in together, that's a conversation that they need to have.
So you can't even, but is that a conversation worth having if that's how she moves?
Oh no,
Nah.
you have shown me everything I need to know.
You show me you can't even be faithful when we not together. Like, I'm not about to look up and be 97 and find out you done cheated.
So that brought me to my final conclusion, which is if you were the person that brought her, you let her know that you're leaving and make sure she's okay.
So you got to ride home, or you?
No, you can't say it like that. He's like, hey, I'm about to go. Are you good?
Yeah.
And just leave.
Oh no.
No,
he
yeah.
can take you home.
No, can't say that. That's salt. That's salt.
No, he can take you home. No, you good. You
He has
good.
a car, right? I'm
Yeah.
assuming he
Oh
has
no. Oh, you didn't check to see if he had a vehicle? Oh, he right here with his
So
boy.
you just dip after that.
I'm leaving. The night's over.
Yeah, you're not about
Or
to.
I might go to another spot by myself and just.
But what if they? So,
And
but,
so-
what if they already have an understanding?
See,
Like, what if they came in with an understanding? Like, you know, we together, but we're not really together.
And we're making a whole bunch of assumptions. Y'all know people be into some weird stuff these days.
And what if when he stepped outside, he was hollering?
that's beyond me.
Bro, you know what Coop gonna say in the car? He's so weird. He gonna say, Liv, we want to hang out with you and Dante, but I had to quit bringing it up because it seemed like we swingers.
I was in there, I'm not gonna keep asking Dante to hang out. Y'all live right down the street. Y'all just come over and hang out. Y'all have to come out. We can go out. You don't have to come over. You don't have to come out.
I'm starting to feel like you gonna start thinking we swingers. Bro, what is wrong with him? So she was wrong.
Yeah.
With the information that we have.
yeah.
But based on the information we have, Shorty was wrong.
Right.
There still needs to be some level, because that lets me know, I'm gonna be honest, that you really don't necessarily have respect for me.
Right. Don't disrespect me. Take his number discreetly.
Right. Like, they just kind of let
Please.
like not you dancing on him.
And me having to wait and it be your ride home.
Yeah, that lets me know that you don't really respect me, and that just kind of lets me know where your heart is, man. I don't care what anybody says. I believe before you get in a relationship, there needs to be a period where you are intentional and you are focused on your singleness and not looking for anybody. You just finding happiness and like building yourself up. And I think a lot of people be just kind of breezing past that, and that is going to end up coming out in a relationship. So if Shorty out here doing that and she hopes that, this is just an assumption, because maybe she a city girl, she don't necessarily want to be in a relationship.
Right.
But if she wants to be in a relationship, I would say that is not necessarily a productive thing to do.
Yeah.
But maybe she did the work already and she just in the twerking phase.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, man. This was, I ain't gonna lie, this was kind of just what the episodes were. This is kind of one of the episodes where we just kind of wanted to come in and
just kick it, man.
And just kick it, man. I'm gonna be honest. Life has been super busy for us, and so for us, I know I can speak for myself. The podcast is like I just love coming here with y'all and just kicking it and just chopping it up, bro. So
Not like we don't see each other.
not like we don't see each other. But it's not like that we just been
Not like we ain't been taking trips.
but I just enjoy just coming chopping it up with y'all. But I do want to make sure that we do give people a sound bite of the week. So what is the sound bite of the week?
And it actually comes from Ekong again.
Uh-oh.
That boy he be dropping
Hold
bars.
on, at this point, we might have to have him on the show.
Come on.
He needs his own episode.
He needs his own episode.
A lot of the people that were on there needs their own episode.
So facts. So actually, shout out to y'all who were like, first of all, y'all low key disrespectful. Everybody was hitting me up. I ain't got hit up the most from this past episode. Like, oh, this was so good. Bring more people on. I'm like, y'all don't like us? Are we not good enough for y'all?
right. It's like hearing other new
They
perspectives.
just like hearing. That's what we gonna go with.
You know what I mean? And we're gonna bring y'all some new perspectives
For sure.
very soon. So Ekong, he actually said, he posted on his IG today, and I'm going to paraphrase.
Right.
And basically he says, do not glamorize a life you do not have 100% access to.
Say that again. Hold on. Play the little buzzer.
Do not glamorize a life you don't have 100% access to.
What do you take from that?
I take from that basically what we said on the last episode when we talked about people romanticizing marriage,
Right.
or romanticizing people's lives that they see on IG, thinking everything's
Right.
all good. You don't have 100% access to what's going on in their life, so don't try to
Put it on a pedestal.
Yes,
Or, yeah.
yes.
I'm gonna call. Hey Pat, I know you're listening to this. I'm gonna call you after this to see who Instagram you was on. Who made you come up with this realization?
Who you talking about?
Who you talking about? Because I'm messy. Hey guys, man, we appreciate y'all tapping into another episode. We want to know, what do you want to hear us talk about, guys? You can shoot that to us on our via DM on our Instagram at the Soundboard Podcast. Maybe you have something you want to ask us. Am I tripping? Or maybe you are just like, hey guys, this happened and I think this would be a great topic for the show. Please not only follow us on IG, but hit us up with show and topic ideas, guys.
And if you don't have social, you can always shoot us an email. So you can shoot us some of your feedback, or if you have a topic of interest or something that you want to say or something you want to share, you can hit us with that email. And cool, what's that email address?
It's going to be the soundboardpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes,
I think
sir.
it's just soundboardpodcast@gmail.com.
We'll put it in the because clearly we're confused.
Right, I know what to do.
And another thing, if there's somebody specific that you want us to speak to or talk to or have on the show, let us know. Let us know who we should be
Yeah, we'll
having
bring
on
them
the
on.
show.
Yeah, we'll bring them on, man. Also, you got to know, guys, if you don't know, if you're listening to this around the world, we're based in the DFW. So if they are in the DFW, it's easily a dub for us. We can really make that happen, guys. Hey, keep up with your boy Dante at Dante Speaks Life. That's DONTAE Speaks Life.
And you can follow your boy JJ at _ Jeremy J.
And you can find Coop at @thisiscoop_.
Hey guys, we out.
Boy.
Peace.
Oops. Got your nose.